Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact the Series. I'm Big LT.
I'm SF Parker.
You want to tell them what's going on quickly before we record?
Air conditioner.
Yep.
I worked out before I came here, so I'm a little warm. So there's a little noise now.
Okay, yeah, just for the time being. Anyway, before we begin, Bishop level 70.
I created an...
And her weapons level 70 as well. I just need to get her talents up.
We apologize to anybody if anything on the top is cut off a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's good. The camera just did not behave today.
Yeah, it's not behaving very well for me. But yeah, I do need to upgrade Fischl's talents, but as you can see, one of the items I need won't be until Saturday, so I can't do it right now anyway. And as far as I know, first off, Sig Drift. It's an issue.
Has it gotten better?
No, it's coming back.
It's gotten worse?
It's getting worse again, yeah. So, I'm looking at possibly doing Layla next, once I get the time. So I have
How much does a new PS5 controller cost?
$65
That's not too bad.
at least.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it's
Could
true.
be a Nintendo game.
Right.
I'm sorry. I had to take a jab there.
That's okay.
The fact that an entire controller costs $65 compared to just one of the little Joy-Cons, getting a pair of those costing nearly $100.
Yep.
I couldn't help it. I had to.
All right. So we need to do this. Which is
Oh yeah,
why-
we had
which-
to do some quest stuff.
Yeah, which is why we're in Mondstadt.
We cannot continue in Liwa until we've dealt with stuff in
Alright,
Mondstadt.
night. Is something the matter?
Look for a stranger with an eye patch.
A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb.
Like
He was
us?
wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while. I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air. As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
I think it depends.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no?
That's not a good thing for your guards to be thinking. Don't tell the master. Don't tell Master Chief. He might overreact.
Anyways, oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
Alright, so now we gotta ask Wagner. He's the guy at the thing here.
He's at the
blacksmith.
smithy.
Yeah, he's the blacksmith.
What? You need something?
Straightforward.
Looking for a stranger with an eye patch.
Yeah, I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. We then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that it can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
Angel share? Well, Master Dealey probably has his eye on that stranger too then. Anyway, let's go to the Angel Share and have a look.
Now we gotta ask Charles about the stranger.
I always forget how pretty Mondstadt is.
Yeah, we've been in Leeway for a while.
Well, like, Leeway has a very special charm because it's, well, by Westerner standards, it's exotic. But there's something that I really, really, like, has a soft spot in my heart is this kind of architecture.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not, like,
Oh,
exotic.
hey,
I love it.
grape
It's
juice or apple
beautiful.
cider?
Another day I know a lack of alcoholic options.
Hey Charles, have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just to drink, though.
Doesn't order anything
It'd be
else.
funny if Lumine just got
He
an
even
eye
sometimes
injury and
mixes
suddenly
his
she
own
becomes
drinks
the
after he
blonde
orders them.
stranger with an
I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master Diluc's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's Diluc for you.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today too. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
You know, Fischl is a blonde girl with an iPad.
She's not a stranger, though.
True, she does work for the Knights of Livonia, so there is that.
That's the only reason I pinned Lumine, was because technically she's an Outworlder, but...
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
There's Paimon all the way over there.
I don't know.
Sir, you've been ambushed.
Hi, I'm an adventurer with the Adventurers Guild. How do you do? I'm an honorary knight of Favonius.
Wow, he's got no intention
It's
of
not an
being
eye
there.
patch, it's a mask.
So, I'm a traveler.
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling?
I'm looking for my lost relative.
Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
Not necessarily.
That little one beside you.
Emergency food.
Yes! Not true. You know it.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me?
Well, I was hoping to invite you to adventure with us.
Sure.
Huh?
He was so cool just a moment before. Hyman's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment.
There you go.
How much?
500 mora and 3 answered questions.
Not bad.
The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Well, here's the 500 mora.
Ah, thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now.
Do I need to answer them all correctly?
The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude. I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer.
Well, alright then.
Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who, in your view, was the key to ending that crisis?
How do you know that Venti is...
I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question.
What do you think?
The unity of Mondstadt's people. We should be righteous.
Is
Also,
that
I
your
don't like
answer?
taking credit for
I
things
see.
that have multiple people involved.
Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Leo Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts, of which the stipulations are still unknown. Who do you think will defend Leo Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity?
Everyone. There's not a single
So
person in
that's
Liyue
your
who
answer.
wouldn't defend Liyue.
I see. Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions, and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods?
Oh, do I want to give a logical answer or something more cynical?
Should I answer this one?
I mean, Is it
Well, you
is
said
it a spoiler to talk about where visions come from and why?
no.
Because visions are quite literally the gods acknowledging that a person may play a role in future events.
Yeah, none of them. Nothing like that.
But these are gods who don't really care too much about us. See, the cynical part of me says perhaps none of them do.
That's what
and
I
the
want.
other part of me is just like, those are visions, technically. I'd be cynical, yeah.
So, this is your answer then? I understand.
What? He could be our thumbnail for this video.
Ooh, dance
As I
nice.
thought, you really are similar to him.
What do you mean, him?
I'll take that 500 more. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss.
Well, I have met some Abyss mages in the past.
Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss mages.
Come to think of it, since the Storm Terror incident ended, we haven't.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something.
They won't defeat me.
Uh-huh! We're super duper strong!
That manner, it's just like his. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
So we gotta go to the Temple of the Falcon. And again, the sick drift hit me. It's not too far. I could technically teleport to the thing, but I didn't want to trigger the other thing.
Ah.
So, you weren't here when I tackled this, because this was maybe episode 1 or 2.
But I am familiar with this part of the story. It's
This
the...
abandoned temple does
Technically,
bear
Old
some marks
Mondstadt
of
is
the
considered a prelude chapter.
Right.
And this is considered the chapter in between
It ultimately
the
does
prelude
not
chapter
harm
and
the light of
chapter
gods.
2, which is Liyue. So technically making it chapter 1. And I am familiar with chapter 1,
Oh, it's nothing. Let's
if
head
I'm
inside.
remembering the chapter names correctly.
Okay.
Anyway, I am familiar with what you have to do here before anything additional can be done in Liyue, and I know why.
Alright, so
Sorta.
we gotta go
But I
to this
don't
one.
know what the inside looks like, so that'll be new.
Time to try out my new level 70 fish shuttle.
Listen to the others. It's not fun.
I wonder what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they
Wow,
look
that
something
was
like the Abyss
Strong.
Rangers?
He didn't even get a chance.
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, let us spare me the explanation either way.
Keep an eye out for those things.
The
Yep.
chests?
Well, I mean, for walls that you can break.
Ah.
That usually means there's something about, in them. In case we were to, fall off the map or something, this will teleport us back
Respawn
here.
point. Nice.
Yes, pretty much.
By royal decree.
See, look at the damage that I'm doing now.
She's 70 and they're 46.
I know.
That is a 24 level difference,
I know, I'm just saying.
which in games like this can be very significant.
Oh, I hate those things.
Knock out.
These guys that wield the clubs made of fire. They just
Oh.
charge at you constantly without stopping. These guys.
So recently, I finally had to admit, I had to swallow my hubris, my pride, and admit that when it comes to open world combat, I'm not good at it. And it doesn't seem practice really fixes that. I guess my brain is not wired to be able to do that many things with that many fingers in a single setting. And I know that it could improve with like practice and stuff, but I think it's going to be significantly more difficult for me. I don't have a knack for it. I've never admitted that before, because I'm just like, no, I'm good, I can do this, I got good, I can get good. No, I think this is my one very critical weakness with certain games.
The night is cold, cold, light to the man.
You, on the other hand, you do just fine. I don't know how you manage this.
Just practice.
You make it look so easy.
I wasn't this good when I first started. I'll be honest about that. What? Okay, he snuck that on me. Man, jeez! Die! Every time I was ready to shoot at him, he hit me without knowing.
I mean, from a combat perspective, if you're using a long-range fighter and you come across an enemy whose particular skill is to contradict or get in the way of what long-range fighters do, you're always gonna have that problem.
Check corners, just in case. Okay, that was just wood I saw.
Ah, yes. Check for treasure before flying off to an area you may not be able to get back to easily. Fire nice!
Goodness gracious.
Oh no, I'm wrong. It's pyro, hydro, and electro.
There's no electro.
Oh, sorry. I thought that electro symbol on him was a dual thing.
No.
It was just official. Got it.
No, it was just official.
Fear the man with me. The night is cold. Ready, go!
Just a few abyss mages. Seems like that herald might have already left.
Could you tell me more about the Bliss Order?
The abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers. And the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss game.
Well, we do have some history. I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf. Perhaps we may find our Abyss Herald there.
Treasure! Ooh, grab the fruit. Makes
Oh.
good blue dye.
No, I'm working
Well,
on
suck
it.
does, I mean. Meat! Ooh, dungeon meat. No, it's dungeon floor meat.
Alright, so now we're gonna go here. Actually, hang on a second. I don't think I showed this off. I could be mistaken. Yeah, we got gaming.
Yeah.
And then I think
I didn't know you had Oni Boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't do anything with them because it requires going to Inazuma.
Yeah, all his stuff is there. I'm aware of that.
Yep. I got her. Okay, I'm just checking. I think it was my other account.
Who were you looking for?
I pulled something and I can't remember who it is now. But I think it was on my other account on Genshin.
Ah.
Oh, right. It was Ian-san.
Who?
Ian-san. Show you here.
Oh, yeah. Awesome character. I love their design. I don't typically care for sporty designs, but their design, ooh, I'm in love with it.
And I also pulled her.
Ah, yes, the milk mommy. I'm not kidding. Yep.
Just thought I'd show those two off now. But their banner is gone. Now it's
Yeah.
these things.
Ah.
Which
That's
you,
it.
yeah, you already seen them, but I'm just showing them again. Just showing again, just because. They were the last banner. Actually, how long does those banners got left? Now I'm gonna check.
Yeah, I was frozen.
12 days. They got 12 days left.
Moving down.
Yep. We're gonna be meeting the wolf. As you probably remember, we did that thing with Razor.
Yep.
You see, I finally remembered his name.
Well,
So-
we're involving them now. Think Dane's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Oh, he's up here.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king of the north, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only.
You know that wolf?
No, nor does it know me. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
Well, where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires, Dane?
Indeed. See that? Floating above the flames? It's an abyssal spell. Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind elsewhere. Let's have a look nearby.
Look for clues related to the Abyss Order in Wolvendom. So as you can see on the mini map, we're gotta go to those two yellow circles. Are you familiar with this part of the story yet?
A little bit. This part I don't remember as much.
Okay.
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Really? Let's beat them up first.
I know part of the story. I know what they are. Like, the Hilly Turtles, I know what they actually are.
Yep.
I won't say much beyond that because I don't know if we've actually covered that in the playthrough.
Oh, I suppose I forgot to.
Take a look at it.
These bonfires also got something to do with the Abyss.
Gotta avoid those guys. They're not.
Explosive!
Those guys aren't part of this. So-
Oh, they just happen to be there.
Yeah, exactly. They just happen to be there. Ooh, this next group is actually going to be near something I actually want to take care of quickly. Once we get done inspecting the thing. This is relatively close by, and I would
One
like
of
to
those
do it.
bonfire spells. Looks like the abyss really has been around this. Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, quick! Not now. I summon thee!
Alright. Now, I'm actually close by this thing over
I
here.
thought you said you were going to take care of the bonfire first.
I already did.
You didn't talk to it.
It says talk to Dane right now. I already investigated. That's how the monsters spawn.
Ah. You want to fight an elemental?
Kinda.
The night is cold. Stars. Oz, reveal thyself.
There we go. Really quick.
Oh, it's ley line related.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get money. I'm getting money from that.
That makes sense.
I need to build up my cash again. I burned a lot of money just from upgrading official.
Yeah, I mean, if there was nearby money to get, you should get it. So,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
as
trying
long
to.
as it's not too much of a deviation, which it
No,
wasn't.
it wasn't. Those things, I can take care of those things relatively quick anyway. They take me only like maybe about a minute or two, depending on the enemy.
Hmm.
So that one actually only took me about maybe like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that one was really fast.
Have you finished searching?
We found lots of signs of the Abyss Order.
I searched around these parts and found some signs myself, but they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North.
Smart.
We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
No. There is one more place we can go. Let's get a move on that. I'll wait for you at Storm Terror's lair.
Alright, double checking. He'll be right there. Just go to this one. He's lower. I wouldn't say he's lower. He's kind of on level with us.
What, Dainsleif?
Yeah.
I've heard about
Yeah, it
what
has to
happened
be.
to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was
Ooh,
known as
I know
Storm
about this
Terror's
one,
lair.
Okay.
Oh no, just keep going.
Okay.
Anything would be
I
spoiler
suppose that
otherwise.
this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point. In fact, if my memory serves, this ruin has had largely nothing to do with that dragon for a long time. The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of Old Mondstadt, the dragon of the East had yet to fall, much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? Well, Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
Oh, wrong way. Over here.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
As you wish, me, Fräulein.
Not now. Oh, nice command. Have fun with this gift.
Yeah, take him out, otherwise he's gonna heal the enemies.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
quite a shame.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across one eventually.
No, you're right. If it's a really powerful monster, it would be best to go around it.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be solved by going around them.
Speaking from experience, are we?
Once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from adventuring together with that traveling companion.
You know, Dean, you keep talking about that person this and that person that. Where are they now, anyway?
He no longer travels. I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting at times.
Oh, is that how it is? Well, why are you traveling alone then?
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yuck! And it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? We camp out a lot when we travel. Hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too, shouldn't we? Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty, but Lily's one-man restaurant is great too. Either way, we should settle down in a place where there's good food.
Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, I think.
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should...
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well, or perhaps a monster.
Could it be the Abyss?
Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves, and thus see clearly. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there. Let's go.
Or a teleporter. There's one up there.
Whoa,
No, there's
he
not.
moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Like if Paimon just acknowledges the character that we're traveling with right now, it can just like automatically be there. Oh, he's so fast. Yep.
So there's no teleporter up here.
Nice.
I'll show it off on the map. Let's see.
Oh, I see. Can't make it too easy on you when you're in Storm Terror's lair.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
It's nearby.
Wait, it doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people, nothing.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here.
You've been here before?
My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So, Dean, what about you? What's your favorite place?
Me? I no longer remember. I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it.
Hang on. You think thumbnail?
Mm-hmm.
A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here.
You can see I'm kind of having a drift issue.
No peace to be
Yeah.
found, even for a single dandelion.
What's gotten into you? We're just spacing out.
This dandelion reminds me of.
Huh? You mean your brother? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Yes, the moment I touched it.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing stuff. Paimon doesn't get it at all.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not? At least you now know that he is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find him itself.
And I will find him.
Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then, let us part ways here for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry, we will meet again. After all, I did take 500 Mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
Yeah, chapter 1, that particular act completed.
Yep. We go to achievements. Alright, ready to wrap up?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Genshin Impact the Series. I'm Big LT.
I'm Nessa Parker.
Final words?
What are we doing next?
Let me look at quests. I guess we'll be doing this one.
Voluntaries, go near. Okay, so we'll be back in Liyue?
I guess.
Interesting. Can't wait to see.
Yep. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye!